What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a look at Disney Lorcana. We need to have a look at some of those products. Now, I told you they were coming before, and I showed you some, let's be honest, call it what it was, terrible pictures that somebody shared from a book, and it was the best we had at the time, and that was lovely. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we got proper looks at these products, and we've got to look at some new cards, one of which I am convinced, and let's be clear, we are still working on very, very imperfect knowledge when it comes to Disney Lorcana, but one of them might genuinely be one of the most broken cards we've seen so far, and that's honestly kind of awesome. Now, I need to give a shout out to Citizens of Lorcana. Now, they are a lovely, lovely person who has been really pushing the good word Lorcana since it was revealed. So, love giving an opportunity to, well, having an opportunity to shout them out because they're brilliant. And they've really been doing a lot to try and push the game forward. They are awesome. But they have gone and shared some pictures from Gamma about these new products, the accessories, so to speak. So, take a look at what they're calling the lore books. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, they're binders. Or portfolios. That's what they are. But I kind of love that they've called them lore books, but then it does say underneath cardboard, I think it's portfolio. Regardless, it makes it clear what they are. And these honestly look pretty good. They've got the strap we would kind of expect to keep it all done. Now, we've not got to look inside, so let's be a little bit reserved for the moment, but these look pretty high quality and pretty cool. You've got one there featuring the wicked stepmother from Snow White, and we got another one there that is featuring, Stitch. I think most people seem to like Stitch, so this looks pretty gosh darn cool. One thing we do need to mention, and I hate to say it, but I think we've got to say it, they're not actually big enough to fit the whole set in, and that's a little bit sad, but, maybe buy one of each, then you'll be alright. Now, we've also had a look at the deck boxes here. Of course, we saw these three before. We've got Mickey, we've got Elsa, we've got Captain Hook. Now, it is a little bit sad that we can't see the Captain Hook as well as we can see the Elsa or the Mickey. But we do kind of need to point out here that we've seen the art on Captain Hook. We know the art on Captain Hook, because it's the same art as the promo that was given out at D23. Weirdly, there is an Elsa deck box, and there was an Elsa promo at D23, but they're not using the same artwork even though Captain Hook is, which I find a little bit weird. We've then got to look at the playmats now. If we look at these two pictures together here, we can see them quite nicely. We've got the Maui, we've got the Maleficent, and we've got the Steamboat Mickey. Now, if you're a fan of Disney lore going back through the years, if you are a bit of an old school Disney fan, or even a new Disney fan that just knows a lot about Disney, this is going to be one that really resonates with you. There is an argument, why isn't it in black and white? I can't really defend that one too much, but it does look cool. Although I've been very clear about this. I have watched Moana with my children many, many, many times. If I'm buying one of these playmats, I'm getting the Maui one. There is no other option. Again, they seem pretty high quality playmats. It doesn't look, and stop me if I'm being silly here, but the only logo I can see on the playmats is Ravensburger, the makers of the game. I'm not seeing that they've been contracted out to Ultra Pro or another company along those lines, so we'll have to, really wait and see until we can play with them to see the quality. They look pretty good. When I'm looking at playmats, one thing I'm always looking for is whether there is stitching going around the edge, because to me that makes a very big difference. There isn't here, which makes me a little bit sad, just because stitching around the edge really does help to keep them in better nick for longer. It also increases the price though, so I can understand why they've chosen not to. And then we've got deck boxes. Now, these deck boxes are clearly, they're cardboard, honestly. Now, I think these are the deck boxes from the Illumineers Trove. They are from the Illumineers Trove, and you can see that one of them has got Aurora on the front, Mickey on the back, and the other one's got Taylor Mickey on the front and Moana on the back. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is what I expected. You can see that already they are starting to fray, especially if we have a look at the Moana. you can see that deck box is not holding up. They're not going to. Now, we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves in for with the Lumineers Trove and these anyway. They're not particularly good quality. I don't think that's unfair to say. So yeah, they're cardboard deck boxes that aren't going to hold up to too much scrutiny, but that's all right, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming in the Lumineers Trove, so it's not the end of the world, but just confirmation that they are, unfortunately, as expected, they're cardboard, and it's not the fault of the deck boxes. Cardboard deck boxes are going to be a little bit flimsy. That's just the way it goes. Boo, hiss, etc. But I did get a tweet from a lovely person, I want to say yesterday, who told me about this new card, and this new card has got me very, very excited indeed. So Dan Regal tweeted out, and Alan Wilkinson tagged me in it. Friends on the Other Side. Now, this is a card that immediately grabbed my attention, because I've been saying for a little while now that we don't have good draw in Lorcana. And that's not me trying to be mean or anything silly like that. If we look at the kind of cards we've seen, like Magic Mirror is a 2-cost item that lets you tap it and pay 4 to draw a card. Well, if I'm paying 4 to draw a card, that means that card draw as a whole must be kind of terrible. Because if it's not kind of terrible, then Magic Mirror is just the worst card we've ever seen. Well, Friends on the Other Side is a good card. A very, very good card. Now, it is an action, but it is also a song, and that is very, very important, because remember, songs can be played for free. A character with a cost of 3 or more can be tapped to sing this song for free. Now, that is very important, because you are giving up one of your characters. So, your characters, generally speaking, can either attack. Remember, they can only attack rested characters. Or they can quest to go and get lore shards, which is, of course, that's how you win the game. You get 20 lore shards, you win the game, jobs are good 'un. However, here, you give up one of your characters for this instead. But you draw 2 cards. For free. Or you pay 3 to draw 2 cards. Now, it is an action, but we saw with Magic Mirror, you pay 4 to draw 1. So here you pay 3 to draw 2. Now, Magic Mirror is, of course, every turn, which is why it's a bit more expensive. But 3 to draw 2 cards, or it can be played for free because it's a song? Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me, ladies and gentlemen. And not for nothing, but it also does have the whole Inkwell symbol around it. So this is a card that can also end up in your Inkwell if you prefer. I like this. I like this very, 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 very much indeed. So yeah, this is something which, and I do think it's starting to look a little bit like Amethyst. Could this be the draw? Could this be the cards we look at where we go, oh, yeah, no, okay, if you want to be drawing lots of cards, this is the one you go for. I honestly think it might be. So just kind of keep out. We're going to see this more and more as we go by, that certain types of ink are going to have certain skills better than others. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I've played a lot of card games over a great number of years now. And one thing that I can tell you pretty clearly, draw is good. Quite frankly, draw is very, very good. 2 things I'm looking for when I'm building a Lorcana deck. Extra ways to get ink. So, for instance, we could look at One Jump Ahead, which is a card we've previously seen. This is another song. Now, it doesn't go in your Inkwell, which is a little bit sad, but a character with a cost of 2 or more can, tap to sing it for free, or you can pay 2 to put the top card of your deck in your Inkwell face down and exerted. Now, admittedly, that could backfire because, of course, it is a random card that is going in your Inkwell, so you could end up accidentally inking a card you don't wish to ink. By the way, that is a parlance I'm trying to put forward from now on. So from now on, a card that goes into your Inkwell is being inked, spread it round, let's get this rolling. But they're the kind of cards I'm looking at here. I am looking for, I want extra cards in my Inkwell, and I want to draw extra cards. And not for nothing, but cards like One Jump Ahead and Friends on the Other Side, these are cards which I think could be very, very good moving forward. Right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these new products. Tell me what you think about these cards, or mostly the card which I think is broken. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Lorcana and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.